Okay, welcome to the Whitey the White Guy Show. I'm Whitey, and I just came across this video that I lost. Where'd it go?
Anyway, I am Rap.
By this actor Michael Rappaport, who's been decidedly anti-Trump for as long as I've been aware of. He's a fantastic actor. Got a lot of respect for this guy as an actor, as a performer. I'm a Trump guy. I'm a conservative. And I've been wanting to wring this dude's neck for a while now for some of the things he said. And so I was just online. Maybe popped up in a suggestion feed on YouTube or Yahoo News. I came across this video and it was fascinating. Now, I catch a piece of Michael's content a here and a there. I'm not sitting on bated breath for every podcast and every video he's on. Politics has depressed me so much in recent years. I'm like, I don't even want to engage in this stuff. But I live in the world with the rest of us, so you can't not find some of it from time to time. And so I'm gonna comment on what he's saying here, but obviously this is going to be liberals, conservatives, but I don't want to lump Michael in with every single liberal position because from what he's going to say here, he's not. There isn't census there, so I don't want to say he believes something he doesn't believe. But I'm going to try to respond to this. So just keep that in mind. I'll make it clear what I'm talking about as I go. But here's Michael Rappaport talking about a number of things, and it is fascinating because when I was in my college years, I was a very liberal person. I was with progressives, and then for a lot of what he's about to say here, I'm now over on Team Conservative. I'm not a fan of the Republicans. You know, I'm more like a fiscal conservative and so a bit social liberal and some things. But I'm not really important. But as a guy who's you know lived my life and come from where I've come from, I'm hearing a lot of things, that I went through that he's gone through, and a lot of things that conservatives have gone through in the last several years, or 2 decades. He's now going through a lot of the same stuff. So let's listen to what Michael has to say, and I might kick his ass, Seabass, on a couple of things, but again, I haven't watched this whole thing. I've watched about half of it, and I might cut him off halfway through because he's going to get beyond the point I'm trying to make. But I'm agreeing with a lot. I'm hearing a lot of what he's saying. So let's get started.
We're Stereo Podcast. What more can I say? A lot to discuss. I tweeted about this, and then I did call into the Howard Stern show, so you may or may not have heard about this. So, for the third time this year that I'm aware of, this year 2023, I have lost a job, an actual job. I think I mentioned this on the podcast, but I'm going to go into it a little deeper. I have lost a job because of pig Donald Trump comments. 3 times. 3 times. One movie that I was offered that inevitably you'll hear about.
He's not saying 3 comments he's made. 3 times he's lost work. I think you got that though.
One commercial, and then this weekend another, let's call it a commercial. Let's call them commercials. 2 commercials and a actual film. Now, the thing with the film, legitimate film, huge comedic star, comedic acting star. I got cast, I got the offer. The way it works is you get an offer. The offer goes to your agent. They make a financial offer. And what happened in this particular situation, allegedly, and I'm going to get my union involved, and this happened a few months ago, but then with the strike, I just kind of let it go, but I'm not letting it go. I try to let things go. It's not my strong suit.
No, it's not.
The offer, and then this comedic star who's a Trump-loving, Mel Gibson-loving, Trump-loving actor put the kibosh, said he doesn't like my politics. And the producers freaked out because this Trump-loving comedic actor, who I respect as a performer, he bucked back. And this film takes place in New York, in the tri-state area. I don't know if I can't remember if it was Jersey.
So I'm going to stop that real quick. So he's losing work because of his anti-Trump positions, is what he's saying. And on the one hand, I want to be like, take that, liberal, take your medicine, you bastard, because cancel culture's been coming for us harsh. I'm just some schlob in a cornfield. What do I know about the industry, the entertainment industry? But a lot of people, you got to be careful what you say, because Alex Jones got canceled. It's a list of conservatives on social media, whatever the case, that the game for people lost jobs. Back in the day, there was that college campus, and somebody called the black guy the N-word, so the athletic director got fired because he didn't do anything about it, and he's a white guy, and it's like, what was he even supposed to do? It's been a lot. It's been a lot for a long time. If you're conservative and you say you support Donald Trump, you got to worry about whether you're going to lose your job. And so for a liberal to be saying this, it's like, take your medicine, you bastard. And at the same time, it shouldn't happen to anybody. Michael shouldn't be losing work because of his politics. This is the United States of America. We're supposed to be free. You should be able to express your political opinions, your viewpoints, no matter how extreme. No, so long as you're not making death threats or calling for violence. If you say, I support Donald Trump, I support Hillary Clinton, I support border regulations, I support abortion, I'm anti-abortion, you should be able to say that and not have to worry about your job or getting kicked off a college campus or going to prison because of speech. This is the United States. We're supposed to be free. I should be able to say, I just did a video here the other day, do atheists have an agenda? I'm an atheist. I don't feel that I have an agenda. So I should be able to say I'm an atheist and here where I'm coming from, and somebody should be able to say I'm a Christian, here's where I'm coming from. We should both be able to express our viewpoints and not have to worry about our careers, not have to worry about our jobs or our freedoms. It's the United States. That's the point. And Michael's waking up to this. I'm glad to hear lies. I'm not glad to hear what's happening to the guy, but I'm glad to hear that we're kind of on the same page on some things here.
In New York. And it's all Italians, except for this actor is not Italian, and the majority of the other actors aren't Italian. And that wasn't a prerequisite to be in the film to play Italian. They wanted real New Yorkers. They wanted my je ne sais quoi, my essence, what I do.
It is what he does.
James
Yep.
Conner was not Italian. Sonny Corleone. I don't need to go
Good
over
point.
the lists of actors who have done things. That's some bull. Said he doesn't like Rappaport's pop.
Thank you. Excellent points. Acting, you're playing something you're not. So I didn't even know until just now that Michael Rappaport is Jewish. I had no clue. Until recent, I know Louis C.K. is Jewish. Not really relevant, but it's just like he's absolutely right. But we've had this stuff recently where, if you're not gay, you shouldn't play somebody's gay. If you're not trans, you shouldn't play somebody's trans. We've had all this race swap stuff going on. And so I don't know what his position on that has been, so I'm not going to come after Michael Rappaport on that. But with liberalism, it's like, if you're a straight white male, you can't play a gay guy because you're not gay. But Snow White's not white anymore. You know what I mean? There's this incredible hypocrisy there. And now he's getting a taste of that, deservedly or not. And hopefully people are waking up, because the cancel culture, it's become this Frankenstein's monster that's roaming around. And it's not just taking out conservatives anymore, or Trump supporters. It's everybody. You got the wrong speech, it's coming for you. No matter whether you're liberal, conservative, and now, and I'll be honest, back in the day, I'd be like, whose fault is it? The Jews. Now it's come for the Jews. This Frankenstein's monster of wokeness and cancel culture is coming for all of us. But here, he's saying it, and I don't even know who he's talking about in the film he's talking about. He's saying it's coming the other way from a conservative, a Trump supporter. I can't verify that. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'll take his word for it. This shouldn't be happening. So if a Jewish Michael Rappaport, who's from New York, and he should get that role if he's right for the role. It doesn't matter if he's Italian or Jewish. He should get the role if he's right for it. And then Jewish, Italian, all that stuff, politics, all that stuff, that doesn't matter. It should be art for art's sake, not politics. So if what he's saying is true, I disagree with the other guy. I don't want to work with him because he's made anti-Trump statements. We got to put that in the past because it's only going to take us all down eventually. And that's the point he's going to be making here. And I agree completely with what the point he's trying to make.
Then this dumbass producer who we'll just call Chris, we'll call him just Chris. Chris the dumb starts talking to my lawyer about how Michael Rappaport is an Italian and he's Jewish, and if he's Jewish he can't play Italian, and this dumb sends texts articulating that, and also has conversations with my lawyer articulating that. Nonetheless, they wind up casting somebody else who is Italian to cover their ass. Although, like I said, the majority of the actors in this film are not Italian, but they're all playing Italians. I'm dealing with that through SAG and possible legal actions. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, but I got to go through SAG first. And then this past weekend, I got offered, let's say, an advertisement, a commercial. For money, for real money. I was supposed to be working on Monday, November 13th from 2 to 6 o'clock in Manhattan for real money. The paperwork was being sent in, and then the backers said, we don't want Rappaport because we don't like his politics. We don't like some of his past comments, statements that he has made about Trump. They actually...
It shouldn't. I'm not saying it's not like that. I'm saying it shouldn't be like that. That's why I'm shaking my head. That shouldn't be happening. If he's right for the part, he should get the part. And he should be able to say what he wants to say about Donald Trump. On the other end of the coin, the other guy should say what he wants to be able to say about Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, whatever the case. So whatever the dichotomy, pro-abortion, anti-abortion, pro-gay, anti-gay, as long as you're not preaching like violence and out hatred, you should go attack people or something. If you're like, you should have an abortion. Well, I disagree. It's murder. That shouldn't affect the work you get anywhere. You should be able to go to work every day and without, threatening violence or something, just be like, here's my political positions and not worry about losing your job. And I've been there as a Trump supporter, really perceived, keeping my mouth shut, going, I don't want to lose my job. And it's for damn sure affected me on social media. Not that I've ever had a big channel or a big platform, but in part because I kept getting community guideline strikes and stuff from these social justice warriors. And it's like, you should be able to say your piece. It's the United States. And so Michael Rappaport should be able to have his opinion and not have that affect his career. I disagree with what's happening to him, and I wish it wasn't happening to him. But liberalism as a whole, pay attention, because you're reaping a little bit of what you sow in here.
He said, Trump, listen, it is what it is. That one sucked because that was a money job. It sucked because I had to tell my wife what happened, and she's always been concerned about this.
It affects it's not just you, it affects your family. You're walking down the same muddy road that conservatives been walking around in for a long ass time. And it's going to, more and more what he's going to say in this video, it's like, welcome to conservatism, Michael. Everything he's about to say, it's like, here's how you go from liberal to conservative. This is the step. Everything he's saying is the step-by-step process that we all were supporting. This is why we were supporting Donald Trump. Because when the media and everything else was saying it's not happening, he was saying what you're seeing with your eyes is what's happening. And listen to what he's Michael Rupp. I don't know that he's gonna. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there when I hit this button.
She wants me to speak my truth. I'm a disruptive warrior.
That's tough.
I am a disruptive warrior. I'm too far in
Metaverse.
now to pull back. I am too far, too deep down the Michael Rappaport full truth and nothing but the truth rabbit hole to pull back now. But that is
Macbeth.
a third fucking job this year. See, a lot of times I'm assuming it doesn't even get.
Wade in the fire, Jeff Buckley. That's very Macbeth. He has to go kill the king. He's too deep into the lake of fire. I like it. It's very Macbeth right there.
To me. There's been other things too. There's other times where I'm sure, like, for Dick Stain, Donald Trump, who I had conversations with, I might vote for that motherfucker. Oh yeah, I'll break your hearts. Let me tell you something. Things don't get straightened up in this fucking world ASAP, and I know Smoking Joe has said the right thing about Israel, but when I'm seeing motherfuckers in New York City climb in public in front of crowds of people,
Preach it.
rip down UN flags,
Preach it.
rip down Israeli flags, rip down American flags on Veterans Day, when the economy is the way the economy is.
Welcome to the home team. What have we been saying for a long time, man? This is exactly he's seeing it the way we're seeing it. I'm preach it, brother.
When I'm paying fucking mortgage rates up I mean, I'm getting forget a colonoscopy. You don't need to get a colonoscopy. Go buy a house. The interest rates.
Yes, sir.
Go buy a car. And I know Smoking Joe has done some things for the. I know. But I'm telling you right now, go buy yourself a go check what it's like to buy a car. Buy a house. The money. The fucking chaos in this country. The chaos around the world. But I'm too far down the Gringo Mandingo. I'm too far down the disruptive warrior rabbit hole to pull back now. The comments have been made. I said what I said. All you got to do is Google Michael Rappaport. Go to Breitbart.com. Do I support Breitbart? Fuck no, but they have made some fantastic covers of me. I have been on the cover on the internet of Breitbart. They quote me. I've said it here. I've said it all here on the I Am Rappaport Stereo Podcast. And this is a podcast, by the way. And I am a professional podcaster. Some people think that Instagram is my podcast. I still have people that come up to me and go, I watch your podcast on Instagram. Nah, you got to listen. You got to listen to the I Am Rappaport Stereo Podcast on iHeartRadio and where podcasts are available. Every and all podcasts are available. You still got to listen to the podcast. You might see the clips, but you got to listen to the I Am Rappaport Stereo Podcast if you want the full package, the whole kit, the whole caboodle. Nonetheless, that's real. It's real. It's fucking real. What I'm saying is real. That I've lost jobs because of specifically what I said about pig dick Donald Trump. Shit stain Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Draft dodging Donald Trump. You may hear more about it, you may not hear more about it. But I'm not good at letting things go. It's never been my strong suit. It has never, ever been my strong. That's why I got stomach issues. I am not good at letting things go. Now, my stomach issues, knock on wood, my ulcerative colitis is in remission right now. Thank God. Thank God. And I am off all medication right now. I am only on supplements. Thank God. Thank God. Just my colonoscopy. I didn't give you guys my colonoscopy report. I told you about my colonoscopy. Colonoscopy came in.
I hate to. I'm right there. I'm overdue for a colonoscopy. I get the point he's making. Man, just today it's Christmas. As I'm making this video, it's 11:06 Central Time. Christmas over. I missed all morning Christmas and all day. I was sick. My gut. So I don't know if what he's going through is because of the stress, probably, or you're just getting old, Mike. You're just getting old. And so am I. Oh. Pooping and peeing has become an ordeal.
If it was a chef, you go,
He's got to clean.
God.
Yeah.
had ulcerative colitis since I'm 16. You don't get ulcerative colitis when you're 16 because you're good at letting things go. Fact. Cheers, squeak. Anyway, it's been hard. It has been hard, man. It's been really frustrating. All the fucking rallies, and it ain't just against Israel. It's not just for ceasefire. These rallies are excited, amped up, hateful, hate-filled, frightening rallies where people are covering their faces, saying, in Miami, in New York, on college campuses, in London, in Berlin, they ain't just saying ceasefire, ceasefire. They're saying, you Jews, Adolf Hitler had it right. This ain't just about Israel. And obviously the majority of these people that are showing up at these rallies, I still truly believe that they're there because they believe that there should be a ceasefire. But the anti-Jewish, the openly anti-Jewish comments online, ripping down posters, the Jews, Hitler, this, that, and the third. Hitler's your hero? You love Hitler? You think he was dope? You think Hamas is dope? You think rapists, necrophiliacs, pedophiliacs, baby killers, kidnappers are dope? These are lying, conniving, lying, liar, liar, pants on fire. These motherfuckers are lying.
Is he doing a Donald Trump impression now? I don't think that he is. But he's starting literally in tone of voice and to sound like Donald Trump, the guy he's been against. So not only Donald Trump, and it's the point he kind of made. He's gonna come around to this again. He's gonna come around to the point where voting what he's trying to say is, as strongly as he has railed against Donald Trump for all these years, because of everything else, he might end up voting Trump. Is the roundabout point he's making. And so not only is he, and it's so ironic, if you're under the age of 20, us white guys, we're supposed to be the anti-Semitics and the racists and the bigots and everything else. And when we have more diversity and when we have more inclusion, we have all this stuff, all the racism, it's all going to go away. Instead, it's getting worse, and it's coming from the other side, which is what every conservatives and white dudes, we've been trying to tell you for a long time. Like, we're not perfect angels, but we aren't the only ones with flaws. And so it's like Donald Trump, who's supposed to be the awful monster, is actually doing more to protect the Jewish community from this stuff than Sleepy Joe, Sniffy Joe. So let's let him go on. I'm hearing what he's saying.
And they've said it to your face. The guy was on the fucking news the other day. They tell you they do not want a ceasefire. They want to go until the wheels fall off. They don't want a ceasefire. They don't want a ceasefire and chill. They don't want a negotiation. They don't give a fuck about the civilians. People in America give more fuck about the people in Gaza than the governing body of Gaza give a fuck about the people of Gaza. That's sick. They don't give a fuck about the people. They think they're martyrs. They think every one of those women, children, civilians that dies is a martyr. What kind of fucking bag of bullshit is that?
You sound just like Donald Trump.
You're doing a good thing by dying.
Great cadence.
What kind of fucking hustle and flow, 2-bit, 3-card Monty pimpin' ass bullshit is that? They're trying to convince the world, trying to convince the people of Gaza that they're martyrs, that they're heroes if they die on their behalf. Get the fuck out of here. That is the sickest, most twisted, most conniving, evil, genius shit I've ever heard. You're a martyr if you fly a fucking plane into the World Trade Center. You're a martyr if you die in the name of Hamas.
He's gonna go on along these lines for a while, but later on or earlier on, he said, he might end up voting Trump. So I'll put a link in the description. I'm not gonna. I think he's made his point. He's reinforcing his point. But to hear this guy, who has been very anti-Trump, voting Trump is on the table, that should be the alarm. That's the canary in the coal mine for liberalism, that this guy who has railed against Trump so hard, that's the point he was making earlier, might even consider voting for Trump because with Sleepy Joe and everything else, and what he's talking about with the anti-Semitism and stuff that nobody's doing anything about, that's on the campuses and everywhere else. He might switch teams. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But even if he doesn't, that he's considering it should be an alarm of concern to liberalism. You're losing the argument. People don't feel safe with the way things are being played. And talk about the economy. Go get a car. Get a house. Look at the interest rates. Look at inflation. Man, you're singing my tune, Jack. Try paying for everything. It's everything. And then what you have, because you can't replace it, keeps falling apart. And now you're like, where's the money coming from on maintaining what you got? I just did a video on just my retro check, my hobby. That's getting expensive. This is getting expensive. It's everything. So I'm gonna take off because the point's been made there. Watch the rest of this video. It goes on for about 9 more minutes. But it's 9 more minutes of kind of similar, making the point over and over again. So, but yeah, check it out. And then Whitey White Guy Show. I don't typically do politics on here because I used to, and I don't want to make. I want to. If I have a political discussion, I want it to be a discussion and a discourse, not vitriol. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you want me doing more of this stuff? What are your thoughts on what Michael Rappaport is saying? Again, there's 9 more minutes on this video, but I need to smoke and go to the bathroom, is what it boils down to. But he's kind of made his point. He's talking about not being happy with the status quo. So anyway, chime in the comment section, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Cheers.